15 and 30. I ain't in no hurry. I'ma take it slow, just as fast as I can. The way she fitting them blue jeans, she don't need no belt. But I can turn them inside out, I don't need no help. Got hips like honey, so thick and so sweet. There ain't no curves like hers on them downtown streets. Body like a back road, driving with my eyes closed. I know every curve like the back of my hand. Doing 15 and 30. I ain't in no hurry. I'ma take it slow, just as fast as I can. We're out here in the boondocks with the breeze and the birds, tangled up in the tall grass, with my lips on hers. On the highway to heaven, headed south of a smile. Get there when we get there, every inch is a mile. Body like a back road, driving with my eyes closed. I know every curve like the back of my hand. Doing 15 and 30. I ain't in no hurry. I'ma take it slow, just as fast as I can. I'ma take it slow, just as fast as I can. I got braids in her.
Old boy goose bought a new pontoon. Roll out now, hit the lake by noon. You bring the drinks, I crank the tunes. Get some hot sun, Jeep full of girls couldn't get no hotter. Flag 'em down, holler, won't you follow? There's a party floating on the water. It's going down right now. Come on, jump on the booze cruise, summer groove. I wanna see your booty move. Looks like you need another, so let me mix you up a redneck margarita. You know the one, just straight tequila. All aboard, we're cutting loose. So come on, jump on the booze cruise. You don't need no bait, no lime, because we're just catching us a buzz. Pass around some of that good stuff till dawn. It's
Comments from our judge on our first split of Charlet heifer calves.
Really some difference in maturity in these in this particular class, and a bit more challenging to evaluate and just kind of work through. But the combination female is the one I start with. I think she puts the other two females together and most appropriately fits me from a feminine look and design, and still with that look has some power. She's nice at the ground. And I guess if I was going to change or just make a tweak on this female, she's a little long on her pastern. Sometimes when you get her and you watch her at the ground from her dew claw to her hoof wall there, she's a little squishy for me, and I'd maybe just shorten this. And I said, and in the shavings it's a little hard to see, but I think she's a little long pastern. Female that's next most like her stands there in second. She's just a touch more juvenile and youthful in her look, but boy, I like her from a maternal look standpoint. And yet with that maternal look, she has a big square hip in her. I like with that amount of hip and power, she's still nice at the point of her shoulder and flat there. So those two females suited me fairly nicely from a combination of look and power and balance. The next one comes up, and I can't, it was a little bit of a challenge to decide what to do with her, because she's the big, stout, big top, big hipped one. With all that power comes a touch more rugged look to her head and neck, and I understand those two go together. Doesn't fit me quite as well from just her overall design standpoint. She gets a bit more rigid out of her hock and pastern, but I do appreciate the power and performance of that female. And then we conclude with a female that gives up some in terms of balance. She wants to break behind her shoulder, doesn't hold herself together as well from a balance standpoint.
First place goes to entry number 91, CML Desiree 990G from McLeod Livestock. In second spot, entry number 90, ONL Miss Avetta 20G from Danes Cattle and O'Neill Livestock. In third spot, entry number 93, SOS Lip Gloss 86G from Springside Farms. And in fourth place, entry number 94, Miss Prairie Cove 939G from Kemp Farms.
Joe got drunk and fell in the lake. Ray passed out, but make no mistake. Any minute now he'll wake and bake. Burn it up, turn it up. Come on, jump on the blues cruise, summer groove. I wanna see your booty move. Woo! So many hotties, who wants to do about it? Shot off, straight bikini. We call that a hillbilly martini. All aboard, we're cutting loose. So come on, jump on the blues cruise. Y'all gotta see this. What is going on over there? Look at here, like Lisa with a Jaeger bomb. Done lost her mind, done lost her top. Walk around looking for one flip-flop. Goodness, she's a hot mess. And Donna's daughter, she's sweet 16. He's madder than hell. She was last seen jumping on the back of some boy's jet ski. That girl done flew the coop. Goodbye. No telling what you'll lose on the booze cruise. What kind of liquor makes your tushy move? Y'all let me mix you up a redneck margarita. You know the one just straight tequila. Good Lord, all aboard. Come on, jump on the booze cruise, summer groove. I wanna see your booty move. Woo! So many hotties, who wants to do a body shot off, straight bikini. We call that a hillbilly martini. All aboard, we're cutting loose. So come on, jump on the booze cruise. Yeah, best bring your floaties. Ever since you left me, I've been riding around, cranking up a little country gold heartbreak. Cried and dried these tears, I don't know how much more missing you I can take. I prayed, prayed, prayed for a sign, sign, sign. Now there it is in the window, it's about time, damn time. There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel. It ain't all that bright, but even though it's subtle, it's got me feeling alright. Gonna make it a double. There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Take a shot of I don't care what you're doing now. Chase that one with a cold screw you. When that's done, I just might wash it down with a big picture of someone new. That blonde, blonde, blonde at the bar, bar, bar. See if she wants to try and unbreak my heart, heart, heart. There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel. It ain't all that bright, but even though it's subtle, it's got me
This one's pretty challenging to sort through and to pick your priorities, but I think the combination female leads the class, and let's go ahead and lead her out. She still has enough body and enough depth and capacity for me, and has some refinement up to that front 1/3 to where she has some attractiveness. I like her at the ground because she hits her hind step there. Again, maybe just an extra softness to her pastern. I'm not too sure that down the road she'll stay sound, and I appreciate that. The next female that's the most like her comes here. She's one that has a bit more performance, a bit more maturity about her when you look at her in terms of just read her head and her build. Big top, big hipped as well. I don't think she's quite as angular out of her shoulder or as flat out of her shoulder, but that's because of the added power that she has. Same thing with the next one. Big hip, really rugged and stout in terms of her bone work, but with all of that, you can see there's a bit more roundness to her shoulder. I like the refinement to her head just a touch more maybe than the female that precedes her, but big powerful female, just a bit coarser for me. I swapped these next two. I think they're a little more refined in their bone work, but I read the lighter yellow colored female to have more shape coming out of her shoulder down her top. She's one though that you watch her in her pastern, not as comfortable as she hits the ground. Very green, very attractive female comes here, nice in terms of how her neck comes out high over her shoulder. She gives you a good look from the side. With that, she has a longer cannon. I don't see her to be a softer midsection at this point in time. Bigger middle, softer, easier flesh and look in the next female. We just want to stretch her out comparative to the ones in front of her in class, and maybe give her a different design in how her leg comes to the ground.
First place in that split goes to entry number 95, ONL Miss Hot Dam 4G from Danes Cattle, O'Neill Livestock. In second spot, entry number 99, SOS Ivanka 24G from Springside Farms. In third spot, entry number 96, HRJ Miss Paris 990G from Johnson Charlais. In fourth, entry number 101, JIL Miss Cuff 66G from Future Farms. In fifth spot, entry number 98, JIL She's My Kind 152G from Future Farms. And in sixth spot, entry number 97, Circle C Defiant 901G Kemp Farms. And our third and final split of Charlet heifer calves. Entry number 103 as well. Entry number 107 are scratches in this class.
Now there it is in the